Hello guys, and welcome to another video. As you can see over here, I have a problem with this rooftop of this Alfa Spider 939, and as you can see, the flaps over there, that is the worst, and this over here are falling down. I know that normally we have a problem with the cock on the inside of that motor, and I tried to source the entire motor. The original one is no longer available, so I'll try to source a used motor assembly to the right side and to the left side to see if you can get this car on the road again. The thing is, if you do not have this system working correctly, the management does not know when to do the next step of opening or closing here the soft top, and for that it gets very confused, appears errors on the screen and whatnot. So we know that we have a problem over here. This is the first step to solve the issue here of the soft top, and I hope it is the only issue here with the soft top. As you can see, this is very flimsy. It cannot be like this. As you can see, these are the flaps, the whole assembly. These are three parts actually. We have the hinge over here, we have this finished piece, trim over there, and we have the motor, the electrical motor. The motors are the same left to right, so you can see over here that the connector is over here, and on the other side is over here. It is just the way it is, okay? And on this part the same thing. We have the hinge for one side, and we have the finishing trim piece also here. So if you are able to manage to find only the motors, they are the same part number for both sides. The hinge does not come with the motor. Guess how I know that? Yeah, there is another problem that is on this soft top that I want to talk to you about, okay? Now do the full movement of the soft top. Try to see if it worked or not. So going up again and closing the soft top. Now it comes apart. That is very, very common on this soft tops, which is this glass over here gets stuck on this arches over there. Wait. Now that works. Something else is happening. Does not like it. We have more than one problem. The flaps are working great, but something else is wrong. So what happens normally is, the glass gets stuck here on these arches, and also what happens a lot is these little struts over here. We have little struts inside of the soft top, and they go bad, and they cannot push up the glass in that way, clearing the arches. But I don't think that is the only problem. Something else is amiss over here. Now to replace here the gas strut on both sides, it is this little thing over here. This was extremely expensive. So for this hole, take a screwdriver, take out here this clip, and wrap your arm around over here inside, and you can take out here this side of the clip. Then we can do the other side more easily. And you close the soft top and take out the rest of the gas strut, and then to put back in again we do the same procedure of putting the soft top on this position and clicking in the gas strut. Just locate the top of the gas strut like this and unclip the clip. You can see it dangling over here. On this side it's much easier to remove, as you can imagine, and on the other side of the car do the same thing. Now maybe, yeah, maybe you can do this more easily right now by introducing firstly this part, clicking in, and then the rear part. I will try. You have to clock it to make sure it's straight. Okay, try that method. May not work. Let's see. Okay, it's dangling here. Now we will lower the roof and see if it is possible. So with the roof on this position, it is possible to click in the struts. Pay attention that you have another pair of struts on this soft top to replace, but not this time. Now the roof is combined. I have a fault over here. Ultimate closing. What can it be? It can already clear the glass, so those struts were for the glass, which is nice. Clears here the arches. Okay, it's closed. So when we are opening the soft top on this stage, it closes here the deck. So what is happening to it to not want to close it when you are closing the soft top? Maybe the other struts are bad, because this is a series of steps that that the system has to take, and those struts help out the components of the soft top to go in position. And if they are dead like the other ones were, we may have another issue. So that part opens very well. The soft top closes very well and clears the arches. Clear the arches again. The flaps are closing. Here on the front is not locked yet. That is the last thing to be done. He wants to close this deck to this to be on top of it. So he needs to have enough strength to do that. Maybe with the car running, because of the voltage of the battery. Maybe. Well, it has to be always with the car running, but I do not want to mess with the audio. The wind is screwing that for me. Did it stop over here by its own? Why? Why? If I insist, I was able to do a little bit more. Let's do a full sweep, okay? I think I know what it is. So I think what is happening is, once we have the car completely closed, these flaps over here are not on this position, are completely back. If they are not good enough, this may be the problem. Maybe. Evidently the problem is not the voltage of the battery. I think the problem is the flaps cannot hold on this position. They'll start to sag with the gravity and they stop the movement. So let's check out if we can hold them down somehow and try to close this. He is stopping it for some reason. Stopped again. Let's see on the other side. Maybe you have a problem with wiring over there. Possibly. So what can be the issue here? Because it can hold the flaps down. Just let them go when I take out the finger off the switch. He lets it go. So maybe I would have a problem there on the wiring. I hope so, and I hope not. Well, this is not good. A lot of moisture is coming in through the pins. The pins are all corroded. Not corroded, but filled with, well, it seems to be like corrosion. So I'll try to clean this all up, and also the connectors, and do that 5 to 10 movements on the connectors, and then fill up very well all of this with that neutral Vaseline over there on the connectors. They are all open because possibly because it is supposed to be a enclosed section of the car, but in fact moisture is always coming in. And I was curious because at some point that car over there also had a problem with the convertible top, and it seems to have the same behavior when closing. And I was also checking there the control unit for the soft top, and it too is filled with this corrosion. So I tried to do the same treatment on both to see what's what. Another thing that was happening yesterday at night, after I was doing that last clip, I was able to trick the soft top to close. When it gets that error, I back up a little bit and then try to click on the button again, and it did the full steps, but the soft top did not latch until the end. So possibly it is the final struts, because they help to do that last step, and it is not doing that, but it was doing that before. Well, not doing that before because it was completely inoperable, but before I started it was working. It was latched because the car went without any warnings on the dashboard. That's strange. Try to work the Vaseline in. If you have a dielectric grease, it will be way better than this. But the thing is, you want to work it into the pins. The more the better, okay? If it starts coming out of this side, better still. It means that you were able to inundate all of the pins in the product. Do not know if this procedure will solve the issues, but certainly it was necessary to do. That is a fact. Beware that you should do this job with the battery disconnected. So it is the same, and I'll already try to switch out the control units for the soft tops, and this one works well on that, and that one does not work well on this. The unit of that car works well on that soft top. So apparently I solved the issues with that soft top, but not this one. That was not the idea. One thing I'm noticing here is this one keeps on falling by its own, and the other one, even if I do any force on it, cannot do it. We have hydraulic rams to do that, and the valves are on the motor, the hydraulic motor. So possibly we have a problem on the hydraulic motor. Schnizzles. That's why it does not have enough strength to lock the soft top at the end. Possibly. Man, this is not easy. Turns out here this thing I was talking about, it is just like this. After a while, it loses the valve body over there clicks out, and it loses here the hydraulic pressure, and it goes down. Also, when this deck over here stops working, nothing else is intervening on that movement. What I mean is, there is an hydraulic over there that does this movement, and there is an integrated sensor on that hydraulic that measures the position of it. If that sensor is bad, it will do that. Then again, when it is raising up and going down to do the convertible side, all works perfectly. Only when it's closing down, it does this. Hello. We are just almost there. I finally found the problem with that intermediate deck over there. It is solved. Yes. And I just have one problem with the full lock of the soft top. As you could saw, as I tried to push on the button to finalize here the closing of the soft top, it just popped back again. Okay, so I think I know what is the problem, and I think I know why it is doing right now and it was not doing before, I think. But before that, let me show you here what I found regarding here the deck of the soft top over here. I call this the deck, probably it's not. It has to do here with the motor, yes, but not the motor itself. One more thing. Do not do constantly hear the movements of the soft top, because it will create a fault code regarding overheating, and it will stop working or stop intermittently working, okay? As all convertible cars, you have here a security system if you are needing to close the soft top or the hard top for that matter. In an emergency way, you have a cable that you have to pull and some other stuff to do, but this cable over here will take off all of the pressure of the hydraulic system, okay? Once the problem is finished, you want to reset this cable. The cable was resetted, but not all the way. What I mean by that is, this cable over here is the cable that goes to the inside of the car. Once you pull it, this lever goes down, okay? And all the pressure is released. So what you must do is to go here with your finger or some other thing and pull it up. What happened was this lever was not all the way up, and the pressure was not what was desired, so it was a little bit low. That was my hunch. The pressure was low, and I thought the problem was with this module over here, but in fact it was here. The lever, it was not all the way up. So I came here with a screwdriver or something, or my finger, and pull it all the way up. It did not seem like much, but in fact it was enough to do this symptom. So this is all good. Now I just have one last problem to solve, and I hope I know what it is. I'm hoping so. As I thought, the other pair of struts are also completely dead, and also it makes here a opposite force almost in some situations. What I believe this does is to help out to do the final movement of the soft top. You are now a parts car, sorry, but all will be good at the end, so no problems there. So we'll remove the other one and show you how it's done. It's easier than the other ones, and I think the final problem is here. It also locks here in this position. Yeah. Supposed to have 100 newtons and the other one's 200 newtons. I leave the part numbers down on the description. This is fabulous. Okay, we have to have the soft top on this position in order to reach them. It's not difficult at all, it's just very hard to see and to show you. So these ones are right here on this soft area. If you pull it up and reach it with your hand, you can feel it. Okay, once you feel it, you can again reach with a screwdriver onto the clips and clip it, and it will come off very, very easily. Okay, do not be confused, because the car uses the hydraulics, the normal hydraulics, and also uses this hydraulic thread. Okay, these ones go bad, the other ones not so easy to go bad. At this point you are seeing more than I do. Oh, this one is good. This one is good, so I only have to replace one of them. Possibly I would do both. Now that makes me think that maybe the problem is not this one. Well, I'll take both out, because don't know if the strength, do not know if the force is correct or not. Maybe it's not. It appears to be good, but it is not. Same thing, a screwdriver down to the clip. So even though I used the used parts for the soft top, these motors right here, they are still failing, and I did the best I can to keep the car running, and the car is with the customer. And now I have here the other two ones from the other Spider that I have at home that has the exact same problem. So I order to be made these cogs over here, two of them, one for each motor, in order to replace this plastic one that always breaks. This is not a new solution. It is already available, this information, online, and that is why I have them made. Okay. Now my problem here is, like I did on the other car, the position of this. So this one was removed with the flap completely down, and I will mark it. Not like the timing jobs, okay, that I do. Okay, I will mark it over there, for example, and I will open it up to replace here the cog, and next this one has to be put back together in the different way, because this is not correct. I know this because I tried to put in another position on the other car and it went crazy, so it has to be the exact same position. Try not to break anything when opening. I know it's not easy, but at least try. Okay, try not to puncture your hand also. Whoa. Okay, now the thing is, this sensor over here, the position of it is very strange. I can see that this one, the flat face is facing to that tip over there. Okay, so let's maintain that. This one it is not. Now to replace the cog, you have to lift up the sensor, sometimes even by hand. Now as you raise it up, this cog over here will split this sensor with the lower gear. So that is why you need to have everything in check. As you can see, the lower gear over here. Nice. Now synchronize the other one. I think one tooth, it was all it takes. Maybe I am overdoing it, but I just have to be sure. They are both the same, so you can copy. So they are disassembled. Now apply a little bit of grease over here. Cannot be oil-based grease because it will break off all of the gears. Okay, now to put here the motors. Beware that you have here this part, the flap over here. You can pull back here on this shaft in order to not only to move it while you have an issue on the soft top, but also here on this assembly you can do that. So you can fit this back part of the motor with that shaft over there. Okay. On this side the same thing, pull it back and clip it. Okay, just like this. Okay. Yeah, like this. As you can see, the connector is upside down on this side because of the ability of having both, of having the same motor left to right and right to left. I hope this is the spot where the cogs meet, because if it is not, I have to open again and try to find another spot. As the cogs have a lot of wear, it was not very easy to find out where the original position was. Like this one. This one is not correct. Or the other one. So one of them is not correct, but they are both on the same position. Well, they are mirrored, so maybe I have to mirror the position. I have to pull this up. Oh, it was just waiting for this. Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, the flap was just waiting for the other one. Well, they have to synchronize. The memory of the position had to be synchronized. Well, it is working correctly, I believe. I did all the way down and now all the way up, and the soft top wants to start moving, so I will help it with my hand, because remember, I do not have the shock absorbers, the gas threads over here to help out the glass to go up, so I'll help it with my hand. Those gas threads come in the month or so. I was able to find an independent Stabilus supplier for this, so that's only the one thing remaining on this soft top. The video is just about final, but I will wait for another month to do the final part of the video, to put in the new struts and to make sure that the soft top works opening and closing correctly. Okay, I hope this video will be helpful for you. These soft tops are made by Lear and they equip most makes and models, so this video will do for most makes and models with soft tops and also hard tops. Okay, just one last thing, guys. If you are doing too much movements on the soft top or hard top, it will trigger a overheating situation on the hydraulic motor, on the module over there, the hydraulic thing, and it will throw a code that is the same message, okay, a problem with the soft top, okay? Do not do more than 2 or 3, well, 4 or 5 at max in one go, okay? When you are testing, let it rest, let it cool off for a bit. Remember that this soft top thing, it's only used like once or twice a day, each day. So you have to let it cool off for a bit. Here you go. As you can see, it is working right now. Everything is good. So I had to replace both pairs of the gas struts. I had to replace both cogs on the electric motors of the flaps, okay? And be gentle with this. Do not repeat a lot of openings and closings, because you will heat up the system and it will shut off because of that, okay? At the end, clear all fault codes and just enjoy the car. Guys, down in the description I have a lot of stuff that can and will be useful for you, including videos related to this one. Also videos related to lack of power, to electrical problems. I have a tutorial over there for that, for suspension, for crank no start. Really a lot of stuff that can and will be useful for you. Down in the description also are links for helps for the channel if you are able to do so. I see you next time, guys. Bye!